Going through the struggle. Is anybody going through a struggle here? Is anybody going through a struggle here? I think one of the unique things about my podcast is I'm not trying to come in or come on as a professional trying to tell you guys what you need to do to be successful in your life. I'm actually coming through on my podcast talking about the struggles that I'm going through and actually trying to talk it out with you guys. I'm trying to figure it out myself. So a lot of times when I'm talking, I'm not trying to come here to condemn you guys or tell you that you're doing something right or wrong. I'm actually trying to figure it out myself, because I'll come back later and listen to some of the things that God put on my heart while I was podcasting. That actually helps me grow personally on multiple levels. So I have to start thinking about things a little bit deeper too. I mean, last year I read through the Bible and I felt like I just kind of went through the motions a lot. But then I started to take a deeper dive and a deeper look into it, and it started to have more meaning to me. I started to look at what's really important to me. What am I trying to actually get out of this? Why did I even start trying to build this relationship with God in the first place? Was there something? Was there a void in my life? Was there something missing? What was it? And I think that's the unique thing about this podcast is we're actually talking about the struggles that we're going through, the process that we're going through, our thoughts that we're thinking as we're going through them. I think a lot of people could come on and try to maybe talk about a process that they have or something that they've been through or an experience that they've had. But to tell you the truth, from the outside looking in and the inside looking out, I've realized that it's a little bit more complex than that. It's easy to look at one area of your life and preach success. It's easy to look at one area of your life and preach success. But I'm trying to look at all areas of my life. And not only just the top or the cover of what I'm looking at, but I'm trying to look a little bit deeper into it, because I'm realizing when you look a little bit deeper, you find a little bit more. My life has been full of half meaning and not full understanding. My life has been full of half meaning and not full understanding. Best way for me to explain it is the right place at the wrong time, or the wrong place at the right time. I've only understood what I could comprehend, and only could comprehend what I've experienced. Think about that real quick, you guys. I've only understood what I could comprehend, and only comprehend what I have experienced. Wow. A few months ago, I was a mess. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what to do. I was begging to God. I was crying. I was sad. I was depressed. And based off my experiences, I couldn't understand or comprehend how to handle it, because I haven't experienced this before in my life. God told me to love. Learn how to love. He said, learn how to love, and everything else will be easy. He told me, learn how to love, and everything else would be easy. My thoughts, my anger, my hate, they were all controlling me. My thoughts, my anger, my hate, they were controlling me. I was bound by my own chains. There's no freedom in hate, anger, or revenge. There is no freedom in it. None at all. But love breaks the chains. Love breaks the chains and sets you free. Love breaks the chains and sets you free. So when God told me I need to learn how to love and go love, He was right. He was right. I'm still learning. Absolutely. But it's getting easier. Life is getting easier. The struggle's getting easier. The challenges are getting easier, because I'm looking at it through a lens of love. A lens of love. Everything, all my actions, they're pretty much based off of me before. Not based off of am I doing what I'm doing based off of love? Am I saying what I'm saying based off of love? Are my actions based off of love? I held a lot of emotions in. A lot of them. That's what I'd do. I'd hold them in. I was a wall builder. I was a master wall builder. Master wall builder. Built walls up so high nobody could get in. So thick nobody could penetrate them. Problem is, it also blocked me in and kept me in, and I couldn't penetrate in them. I couldn't get out. Now I'd rather be a bridge builder. I'd rather be a bridge builder, not a wall builder. Walls block people in and block myself out, and I'd rather be a bridge builder. They say a lot of times we want to be like Jesus, right? I got a little riddle for you guys. They say a lot of times we want to be like Jesus. So as a Christian, how can we go walk on water? How can we help our brothers walk on water? That was one of the most amazing things that happened, is when Jesus called Peter to walk on water. Ooh. Jesus called Peter to walk on water. So how can we help our brothers and sisters walk on water? Build a bridge. Build a bridge. I was always quick to burn a bridge. If I found no value in you, no bueno. No value, no bueno. Not good. Problem was, I was going based off my own value system. My own value system. Mine. Mainly benefited me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. My problem was I never had set a value system for me. This is the other problem, is where do a majority of us get our values from? Where do a majority of us get our values from? We learn most of our values from our parents, grandparents, and the people who raised us. From our parents, grandparents, and the people who raised us. But who taught them? Their parents, their grandparents, and the people who raised them? And then their parents and their grandparents and the people who raised them? What if it was messed up? Somewhere down the line, it got messed up. They had it wrong. The bad seed. The rotten apple. Or what if at some point it became outdated? Maybe at some point it just became outdated. Their value system became outdated. Not that their values weren't good anymore, but the times have evolved. The times have changed. Things aren't like they used to be. Things aren't like they used to be. So what happens when you learn your value system that's either outdated or that was skewed or messed up from the beginning? Why would it be important? Why is it important for us to set our own core values? Why is it important to understand the things that you will accept or tolerate and the things that you will not tolerate or accept? Why is it important to know that as a person? Why is it important to know that as an individual, as a man, as a female? Why is it important? Because if your parents didn't instill those in you at some point in your life, or maybe they were skewed or messed up or outdated, you're the one who could change that. You're the one who could fix that and say, you know what? Maybe I grew up this way, yes, but it doesn't mean I have to keep being that way. It doesn't mean I have to keep doing those things. But as I mentioned in the beginning, it's easy to claim success over one part of your life or one situation. But what about the whole thing? What about the deeper things? What about the things we cannot see? What about the things we cannot see? Quick example, right? Everybody wants love. Everybody wants love, that perfect person. Person of your dreams. Maybe male or female. Let's talk about it for a second. Females. You want somebody tall, dark, and handsome. Maybe the males. You want a woman who's beautiful and attractive, right? That's what we want. But that's the cover. That's everything from the outside. What about the inside? The things that are deeper. What about their heart? Ooh. Yeah. It's easy to be attracted to maybe the money, or maybe the looks, or the beauty. But what about their heart? What about their empathy? What about the connection? What about their heart of service, their heart of serving other people and helping other people? What type of person are they? It's the person in the inside, not the outside. We all could look good from the outside, enough makeup and Photoshop. I mean, come on. Plastic surgery. We could all look good from the outside, but what's in the inside? What's in the inside? Also, what about their health? What about their health? What about the addictions? What about the mental health? What about the physical health? What about the real things that matter in life? Yes, you may drink a few glasses of wine every night, or a glass of wine every night. Maybe enjoy yourselves and, have a little bit more, endure it a little bit more on the weekends. But is that what your connection and relationship is based off of? Is the only time you're really connecting is when you're drinking, or when you have a glass of wine, or when you're drunk, or when you're doing something else? Is that the only time you're really connecting? What about their relationship with God? What about their relationship with God? I've seen it from friends, family, relatives. Well, they don't know God, but we'll work on them. We'll work on them. Have you ever heard of being unequally yoked? Unequally yoked. You talk about that a lot in the Bible. What about fully knowing what you want and what's important before you make a major decision in your life? Before you make one of those major decisions in your life, don't you think it's important to know your core values of what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate? What's important and what's not important? Looks, yes, looks are kind of important, but what about their heart? What about their heart? Where's their heart? Because that person you're going to have to live with your whole life. What if it's maybe a couple glasses of wine every night and parties on the weekend? But what if that's what your whole relationship's built off of? What happens at some point when your health declines, or you can't drink every night? Or maybe one could drink, but the other one can't drink. What's in the heart? What's deeper? What about fully knowing what's important to us before we make those major decisions in our life? What about asking God and looking at what His Word says? What about asking God, meditating in His Word, and also looking at what His Word says about what we're trying to accomplish or what we're trying to do, or that relationship? See what God says. He tells us don't lean on our own understanding. God tells us do not lean on our own understanding. That's no joke. If I don't understand it or don't fully understand it, why would I lean on my own understanding? And that's the thing with a lot of these relationships and all that. We look at the cover of it. We look at how nice it looks from one point. The beauty, the attractiveness. But what about the inside? What about the heart? I've seen a lot of beautiful women, but half of them are crazy. Trust me. I wouldn't try to fix a car or electric box unless I had a full understanding. But why would I do that in my relationship or certain parts of my life? Why would I shortcut certain parts of my life? Why would I not try to get a full understanding of what it is? Things could look good from the cover, but sometimes they're just the things that we want to see. Sometimes we're not looking deep. Sometimes we don't look at what the heart is, or what condition the heart's in. We look at what condition the outside's in. Things could look good from the cover, but sometimes they're just the things we want to see.